Welcome to today's Marketplace. I'm Jane King, and we are joined by Dr. Tim McMahon of the Heider College of Business at Creighton University, and also Mindy Simon, the Chief Operating Officer at Aon. So great to have you both here.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
So, Dr. McMahon, you've had this successful career in business, now in education. AI is a big topic. What are you hearing from students about
They
AI?
come in so well prepared in terms of technology, especially on the phone. But I think they don't know what they don't know, Jane. And I think part of what their education then is to kind of expand their perspective beyond TikTok and beyond some of the simple things. And I think that's what our role is also. And then the other side of that is, the whole thing about ethics and how that works, because you run into that almost every day, some topic around the whole digital thing and ethics.
Sure. Yeah, Mindy, you run Aon's global platform. So put yourself back in the classroom, though. Like, what do you wish Dr. McMahon's students knew about AI?
Yeah, what I would say is you matter as a person in that you need to understand the data, you understand how the data is leveraged, and you need to understand the outcome the data is giving you. And we call that the human in the loop. But it's really important to not just accept the magic, if you will, of AI, but to understand it.
Okay. And what are the strengths of AI?
Strengths of AI, well, it's so fast, it wows us with its ability to kind of manipulate words.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the danger. We tend to think it's infallible. We tend to think that it's just do it and everything's fine and then go to lunch.
Yeah.
And that's where Mindy's notion about the human in the loop comes into play. If you don't have a human in the loop thinking about those things, then it could go outrageously out of control.
Sure. And Mindy, as an advisor to businesses around the world, how is Aon putting AI to work to solve problems and deal with situations you have at work?
Yeah, so how Aon has approached it is really looking at the end-to-end client journey. So how do we leverage it across processes for us, which is advisory or analytics, broking advisory, and service. And in that, we really look at two aspects. One is what we call embedded AI at scale. So how do we input it into the core processes that we do versus just on the side? And then the other is really where we call colleague-led AI, where they can find ways to help automate their day-to-day. But it's really using our data, which is differentiated, and having AI at the core to help our clients make better decisions.
And Dr. McMahon, of course, the risks of AI have gotten a lot of publicity too. How do you see the true risk of artificial intelligence?
Well, I think, again, if you find that you're just relying on it for everything, and students walk into the classroom and say, I can do all my papers this way, and I'll advise them, I can tell if you've done your paper that way. How? Because it's not you.
Yeah.
And I think the risk is that we tend to depend on it, think that, in fact, it can solve all our problems. When the human equation, and they talk about this, it's reducing and eliminating jobs, it's changing people's way of work. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the most important thing we have to remember. And I'm sure you see that every day in the way that you have to remind people to get back. Let's get back on task here. This is a real world out there.
And Mindy, how do you manage those risks as a business leader?
Yeah, so for us, first we help our clients manage their risks every day, but internally to Aon, it's about partnership and partnering with the experts. So I partner heavily with our legal and compliance organization, data privacy, ensuring that we're following the laws around the world. We're in 120 countries, so it matters to know what data you can use where, how do you share that, things like the EU AI Act, and making sure that we're compliant with those. And then it's measuring against that to ensure that we are within those boundaries that are set.
How has AI impacted your business, both positively and negatively?
Yeah, for us, it helps us better serve our clients because with the increased volatility in the world, more data, more power of analytics helps to have more data-based insights. So that's really the huge value that we see.
The positives and the negatives are the fact that we have to recognize just how fast it is and how whiz-bang it is. And it may take us over a little bit, when we have to remember that what we're trying to do is to use it to augment our thinking and decision making and not necessarily make the decisions for us.
Well, when it comes to good data is what you need, really, to be able to manage the risk properly. It sounds like you're both working toward that. So thank you so much, Mindy and Dr. McMahon, for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Appreciate it.